Peace and blessings, everybody. It's Ben. Welcome back to another yoga practice. Today we're going to be moving through a kind of like a slow power practice, a strong Hatha yoga practice where we'll be moving through warrior poses and transitioning from space to space, but giving ourselves a few breaths in each posture that we make it to. So let's go ahead and get started in a seated position. Sit up nice and tall. Find your meditative posture, your meditative energy, and then take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more, take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take the wrists, roll them around in a few circles. Take a moment to take a slight twist over to your right. Look over to the right, look over your shoulder. Come back through center. Turn to the left, look over to the left. Come through center. And then let's energize just through a really quick round of Kapalabhati pranayama to bring the energy up. So go ahead and inhale. Sharp exhales through the nose. Out, 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 out. Take a deep breath in. Smooth breath out. Downward facing dog. Take a moment just to arrive in your down dog. I'll have about 5 more breaths here. If you'd like to pedal it out, bend one knee, then the other. Shift the weight side to side, right? Do what feels nice for yourself. And then from that space, lift the right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Step the right foot all the way through to the top of the mat, warrior 2. Rotate the left heel down. And then rise up to standing for warrior 2. Spread the arms wide, flip the palms to face up. So since this is a slow power class or a Hatha class, we're holding each pose for several breaths, and that's where we find the challenge. So some classes, we're really flowing through space, right? Inhaling and exhaling to a new posture every single breath. And that's the challenge. But for this one, holding the posture is an equally worthy challenge for ourselves and our bodies and our breath. Try to find peace. If you're like me and you notice that the knee is slightly behind the ankle, take a deeper bend into the knee to really bring it over top of the ankle. Keep engaging through your back left leg. Last breath in. Last breath out. Left hand to the ground for side plank, Vashisthasana. So left hand to the ground, right leg extends back. Now you could find side plank. You could step the right leg behind you for wild thing, or you could drop your left knee down to the ground and take a supported version of side plank. You could even step the right foot behind you and then kind of take more of a flip dog shape and kind of bridge the hips up into a mellow back bend. Wherever you're at, keep pressing through the ground. Lift away from the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale. Start to close it off. The right knee will pull into the chest so that the right foot can softly land at the top of the mat for side angle pose, Parshva Konasana. Right hand down. Left arm extends and reaches overhead. Stay there or wrap into a half bind with left arm behind your back or full bind, right arm under your thigh. Wherever you're at, feel strength in your back leg. I know in a lot of these poses, the front leg takes a lot of the responsibility. We want to transfer that energy back and forth. Couple more breaths here in side angle pose, any variation. Feel the rib cage twisting open. Upper body finds space. Release your bind if you have it. Reverse your triangle. Lift up. Extend through your right leg. Extend through your right side body, right armpit. And then head into triangle pose, Trikonasana. As you get to triangle pose, you could keep the arms floating for more strength in the legs, or bring the right hand down. I'm going to use a block on the medium setting, fingertips to blocks, left hand to the sky, rotate open. Find a fluency in your breath. Let it flow. If you feel stagnation in your breath, then you might need to slightly come out of the posture, bend the knee, or lift your weight up a little bit. Use a block so that you can put yourself in a position where the breath doesn't face as much resistance. 2 more breaths. Stay with it. Hands come down to the ground. 3-legged dog. The right leg will lift up to the sky. From 3-legged dog, shift forward to 1-legged plank pose. Take a push-up. Drop the right foot, drop the knees, drop the forearms, pull the weight back. Pull the energy forward to upward facing dog. And then rock the energy back to downward facing dog. As we get to down dog, left leg lifts to the sky, 3-legged dog. Step the left foot through. Warrior 2, rotate the right heel down. Rise up, open the arms. And if it felt good to do so last time, then go ahead and flip the palms to face up. Take several rounds of breath. Feel your legs start to light up. It's really interesting how to get strong, sometimes we actually have to do less, move less, and just stay in it, and you will certainly get strong. Right hand to the ground. Vashisthasana, side plank. You can stack left leg on top of right or take any of the variations that we mentioned in the previous side. I like to go ahead and step the left foot behind, bend the right knee, and kind of move into this flip dog, open back bend situation. Take an inhale, take an exhale. Begin to close off the stance. Pull the left knee into the chest to step the left foot softly all the way up to the top of the mat, and then rotate open to side angle pose as the right side body finds space. Option for a half bind, option for a full bind. Continue to root into the sensation of your breath. Release the bind that you have. Reverse your triangle. Straighten through your left leg. Open through your left armpit. Take this into Trikonasana, triangle posture. Grab a block if a block might serve you. And if you don't have a block, I recommend purchasing some. They're not too expensive. In the meantime, you can always use something like a thick book, or if you have a large water bottle, even a paper towel roll, as some people will recommend. Any household object that represents a solid rectangle or cylinder position. Take about 2 more breaths in your triangle pose. Try to keep engaging the thighs. Don't put too much weight into the left hand. It's just there as a boundary for you. Hands slowly down. As the hands come down to the mat, three-legged dog, your left leg reaches up to the sky. Shift forward to one-legged plank pose. Take a push-up. Drop the foot, drop the knees, drop the forearms. Look forward, pull yourself through into your upward facing dog. Hips pull forward, shoulders roll back. Exhale, send it back to your downward facing dog. As you get there, inhale, the right leg lifts up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, spring into warrior two, right foot top of the mat, left heel seals down, open. Take your breaths. We're not rushing. We're not flowing, at least not at a quick pace. We're embracing the posture. And so a nice thing to do each time you arrive in one of these postures is to scan the body. Notice the feet, notice the core, notice the legs, notice the heart, the shoulders extending out to the fingertips. Notice your neck, your shoulders, your head, your face muscles. Right? Just see if you can notice something that you don't normally notice. That's a really nice way to kind of approach a longer hold in some of these postures. Left hand to the ground. Side plank, wild thing, or any similar variation where you're being supported and uplifted by the strength of the left arm. And then, of course, that strength moves up and down the body from the legs back to the arm. We'll begin to close it off, pulling the right knee into the chest and stepping forward into side angle pose. Any variation of side angle pose is available to you. I went for the bind last time, so this time I'm going to elect to keep the arms open. A block is a really nice sight and side angle too, but for me the block is just a little more necessary sometimes in triangle pose. One more breath. Reverse your triangle, stand up all the way. And then move into Trikonasana triangle pose. And maybe there's a little bit more space on round 2 than there was in round 1. Try to stay on your right fingertips. Once again, engage through the thigh muscles, and then use that strength in the legs to find a little bit of a twist open, finding strength in the upper body. We'll have about 3 more breaths. Left hand down to the ground. Three-legged dog, right foot up to the sky. Shift forward to one-legged plank pose. Take 1 to 2 push-ups with the leg floating. And then drop the foot, drop the knees and forearms. Pull through to upward facing dog. And roll back to downward facing dog. Last round. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step left foot through warrior 2. Rise up, open the arms. Find your breath. Find the meditative energy, scan the whole body. Last breath here. Right hand down to the ground. Step the left foot back. Wild thing, side plank, or any similar variation. Go ahead and find some space. Find some expression. Begin to close it off and step the left foot to the top of the mat. Soft landing with the left foot for side angle pose. Strong in the legs, long through the spine. About 3 more breaths. Stand up, reverse your triangle. Lengthen through both legs, lengthen through your left arm. Take triangle pose, reach forward, and then drop into it, Trikonasana. Right hand circles down to the ground. Three-legged dog, left leg up to the sky. Shift forward to one-legged plank, 1 or 2 push-ups. Go ahead and take them. Drop knees, drop forearms, shift the weight back. Pull yourself through upward facing dog. And roll back to downward facing dog. My friends, this practice was short and sweet, just a little slow power to get you into your body and to get the energy moving. This is actually where I'm going to close today's practice so that you can move forward through your next class, maybe choose another video, or go on through another activity, or maybe take a little time for meditation or reading a book or whatever brings you some peace. So that's all for today. Can't wait to see you again soon for another one. Until next time, peace and love.